Trap bar bent knee RDL. Set up so your feet are about hip width apart and your toes are pointing straight forward. The movement is going to start from the top, so brace your core and stand straight up. As you come down, allow your knees to bend. Think about pushing your butt back on the way down, not just bending forward. I always like to think that I'm closing a car door with my hands full, so that hip hinge movement backwards. Again, not just bending forward at your torso. Keep your chin relatively tucked to keep your spine neutral. Don't look up at any time during the movement. Pick something on the floor in front of you a few feet ahead to look at so that you remember not to look up as you're going through the movement. When you can't push your butt back anymore, that's going to be your end range of motion. Don't come down any further. Coming down past your end range is going to compromise your lower back and also take away from the tension generated in your glutes and your hamstrings. Make sure you fire your glutes to drive your hips forward as you come up. When you get to the top, it's not necessary to kind of thrust your hips forward more and squeeze your glutes. That's really not doing much other than compromising your spine a bit, so you don't need to do that. Also keep in mind that the amount that your knees are bending during this movement is going to be individual, so make sure that you test and assess for yourself. If you use too much of a knee bend, you're going to feel this a lot more in your quads. If you don't use enough knee bend, you're going to feel it a lot more in your hamstrings. Because we're trying to bias the glutes a bit more with this specific RDL, you want to find a balance between enough knee bend, but not too much. This variation of the RDL is going to bias your glutes a bit more than your hamstrings because your knees are going to be bent. A trap bar is a great alternative to a normal barbell because it allows for a more natural arm position and can therefore be more joint friendly for many people.